Thanks everybody for coming. My name is Paolo Sanmicheli, I'm from the Italian LoCo team. So, for the record, how many LoCos are in the room at the moment? Florida, right? You are from a LoCo? Tunisia? No?
I'm from Oregon.
Sorry?
Oregon?
Oregon, cool. Okay. People from internet, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Now the other is on? Yeah, cool. Okay, now let's start reviewing what we've done in the cycle from the Italian LoCo theme. So I'm gonna show you some data, and this is the wiki page. Oh, cool, LoCo Austria, by the way. So, few backgrounds. The LoCo testing project started with the Lucid cycle, sorry, and it started from a year from the previous QA leader, Maggio Mercado, and the idea was about to organize the testing in teams from all around the world and make all the LoCo teams competing each other in testing. So having fun, try to compete. And so I was present at that UDS. I'm talking about the UDS Dallas. So I liked it very much, this idea, and we starting doing organizing our team during the Lucid cycle. So we have the previous data from Lucid cycle, Maverick cycle, Natti cycle, and finally the Oniric cycle. So the most important thing is everything we learn during this cycle about how we organize our LoCo team for doing tests. I recorded in this sort of how-to that it doesn't want to be a perfect explanation how to set up a team, a testing team, but it's more a record of experiences so that anybody can take advantage of it. So regarding this cycle, we may say that things are quite stable. I mean, it happens that at this point we can say there is a quite fixed trend that the alphas are less interesting from community point of view, so less people test the alphas, and we have the top number around beta 1 because of people thinks, and maybe they are right, that the beta 1 is the right version to test because there is a lot of new feature in place, and it's so quite early, so that if bugs are being properly reported, there is still time to get fixed. So comparing the number, we have about the same number than the previous cycle, so we can say that from LoCo testing, at least from the Italian team, we haven't so many news. These numbers, to be honest, should be compared not with the previous cycle, but with the Maverick, because it's the same time of the year, and this cycle happens to be in the summer, and Italy during the summer is not the right place to do testing. I mean, so by the way, we have the things are quite encouraging because we are still people coming, and as is perfectly normal, there are people that after a while stop doing tests and start doing something else, or maybe also stop to contributing, but this is perfectly normal with volunteers. And so the main thing about LoCo testing should be if somebody else start doing the same, so that we can join the efforts, and more LoCos starting doing this activity. From this topic, everything is already in this wiki page, testing/loco team. And any question, any help, anything, just drop in an email or to me or directly to the team. So we will be very, very happy to help other teams to start the same activities. Let's move on these other activities. This is laptop testing. This is an international program, so it's not just driven by Italians, but it has been started by the same leader of the other team. So laptop testing it started basically without tools. We started collecting test cases in our wiki pages, and then during the NATI cycle we had some changes in ISO tracker at the end. Oh, I see. But they're handing why? How can we make sure? In our experience, if you report a bug and it's also tracked in an ISO tracker, so it gets the ISO testing tag, we get a very quick triaging. So for maybe, are you, Martin, are you testing with the ISO tracker or just reporting bugs in Launchpad? Let's write the question in channel. Are you guys testing with the ISO tracker? Yes, the ISO tracker makes the bugs to be tagged like ISO testing. Okay, right? Yeah, and so the best thing is ask people to subscribe test cases in the ISO tracker so that they get email when there is something new to test. And when you insert a bug report in the results, there is an automatic task that makes the bug tagged. And perfect. So there are a few people from Canonical and also from the community side that they take care about these reports. So differently from the random bug you report in Launchpad, that most of these bugs get an early triage, and also it's very easy to be reproduced because we are testing the same image at the same time, so they pass from new to confirmed in just few hours. And I can testify that many bugs that we discovered first were fixed in 1 or 2 milestones. So I feel, and I have feedbacks that people involved in this kind of test feel that their contribution is real, is taking shape in the software. So I suggest you to try make tests with the ISO tracker and starting from the ISO images, because there is also few test cases quite easy. So there is also a sort of bite-size activity, and so people that can want to be very involved can take some more deep test cases, but there is also something like quite small, so also people with not so many time can do its contribution. We adopted the live test case. So how it works, if you see, the best place where to see it's the author. If you see the author, I passed it in a channel. There is an image about how we organize the adoption. Here is its adoption. So for each flavor, this is an old screenshot. Is actually is not updated. For each flavor and for each platform, of the flavor, we split our effort so that we are sure that for each milestone we have at least one test performed in every flavor. This is also a good way to attract more people that use the derivatives, the Ubuntu derivatives, and I think also it makes feeling the thing that we are a community, so we help all the Ubuntu flavor. And what else? Let's go back talking about the laptop. So the laptop had during the previous cycles some changes in ISO tracker. So Sergio Zanchetta developed these patches, and now we have a dedicated ISO tracker called laptop.qa.ubuntu.com. And what the change is, it is made easier to report the test results. And if you see the previous session, ESO, you will see that it changed a lot. But now let's see this cycle. So we are comparing from when we had the new tracker in place in the previous cycle with this cycle, and we had a quite stable people, the number of people involved. And with a sort of increasing of tests, this is, you can later see all the bugs they reported, how many bugs they found it. What's the thing that when we made the previous UDS session, we had a very high number of tests during beta 2. And after the release, 10 days after the release, still a few number of tests. But because this is the final, people continued to perform in tests. So during the month, this number increased. So what we have now is comparing the number against the previous cycle, and seeing that now we are here, but the number can continue to increase during the month.
Wouldn't it be, because this is a nice way of people testing during the development cycle, would it be good to avoid testing the final one and pointing people to friendly for the final one?
Yeah, we should definitely find a way to integrate it through projects. From Sergio wrote that unfortunately I think we will not attend because he has a personal problem. Brought here some thoughts that the idea is maybe limitate this program through the development cycle, asking to people to perform tests on the stable version with the Ubuntu friendly program and with the checkbox client. What we thought is that we got a feedback from people performing tests that differently from the ISO testing, the laptop testing had a lot of test cases because you have to test a lot of peripherals. So it's quite good. If it would be possible to use checkbox just to have the list of the test case to be performed, inserting a sort of control that checkbox if runs in a development version doesn't report the results on a friendly website, but just make automatic the opening bugs, and so that we could use it during the cycle.
What do you mean by opening bugs automatically?
The thing is, checkbox prompt you
the thing that you can write directly.
Yeah, the thing is,
the upper integration layer.
Actually, for performing a laptop testing, you should have the list of test cases on side and then performing all the tests manually. Using checkbox, we could have that list, making perform the test. It simplify the opening of the bugs if something is wrong, and then you would just have to go on a on the ISO track and selecting all the tests you've done. So that, I think, maybe in checkbox would be a small change, because I don't think you
a small
want
change to avoid presenting.
to avoid I don't know what if you thought what checkbox could do in a development version.
It's very simple. I mean, it's a matter of reacting results
All right.
up to a certain date, for example.
Perfect. So maybe if it controls that is a development version, it just doesn't report.
The thing is, it goes to Launchpad, so that's something that we already have to do, because system testing checkbox is installed by default in Ubuntu in any development version as well, and everything goes to Launchpad, even development versions. It's on the processing of the results where we need to reject all those results. So they're still going to be on Launchpad, but once we process everything, we just don't put it on the website.
Okay. So
I guess if you, for example, you can run now system testing in Precise and it won't appear on the website.
All right. So that will be fine if we use checkbox for. So we align the test case in checkbox with those on the other trackers. So basically, the test is just the same. It just changes the place where you report the results.
It's the same place. The only thing is that so friendly is like a view of what we have, and on that view we select what we want to show and we want. So it will go to Launchpad as any other results. We just want to show on the friendly view.
All right. Okay. I'll speak with Sergio, and maybe he will ask you more information. But its idea is, yes, we need to figure out how.
And it's a good thing, because we will get the results anyway, and if we want to do something about it, obviously we're not going to put it on Friendly directly, but if we need to do some reports or get stats or anything.
Oh, we could. Okay.
Better that the results go.
Or get a trend of how it's improving.
Better that the results go somewhere they're recorded and you can do something with them rather than getting lost.
And how about having some results in plain text that would be easy to cut and paste on the tracker?
So when you finish your test run, you can get so you get an HTML version of a report that it looks nice. It's HTML, but it could be it's actually just a style sheet applied to the XML. So anyone can write a style sheet to wiki format. It's XML.
We will take a look at it. So maybe
XSL is not a nice syntax to write a style sheet, but it works. I mean, it's a little bit pain.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is the main thing, how to integrate the two projects together, and,
Sure.
and this is one of the topic we need to cover. So, so this is what we already have. Any question from the testing point of view? Let's see the channel. This is a document. Oh, okay. Sorry, I forgot to. This is the laptop testing. I will paste it in the. This is the LoCo testing, and previously we were seeing at the testing how to LoCo testing how to I wrote in the past that has some that has an image about adoption, how to split the effort between the team. Sorry for the delay. So what I would like to collect from you at this point is our new idea is the triaging. So let's paste this in a channel. So we have at this point a quite stable and functioning testing team in our LoCo. We had already a development team, but they are just modus helping each other, so they don't do nothing really important like as a team. It's just a matter of language. And we figured out that maybe we could create a triaging team. The rationale is about mentoring directly in Italian, so it would make easy to start participating. And also, if we can find a way to split, define an easy goal inside the team, it makes people motivated, because what I felt doing triaging, that you have this huge amount of bugs. It seemed something you'll never succeeding in fixing. So have a smaller scope, something that you can do it. Maybe it will help in having people motivated and involved. And also, if working together with nice people, it makes tasks pleasant and fun. So this is the base of the community. What we thought we could do, we talk about mentoring, translating some documentation, the quick start basically, because it makes no sense to translate everything. It's something that changes so often, depending, especially finding the right package, and there is a lot of documentation you can simply translate, because you will spend most of the time just translating. And adoption, so taking care of a specific topic, and organize some backgen in person or via IRC, because we are a small country, but it's very long, so we are quite spread around the country. So the question is how organize mentoring in Italian. I mean, we need a sort of relation and organization with the international team, and then how we need a sort of process that people present themselves to the back control, say, okay, it's 10 months, I'm doing triaging with this Italian mentor, how may I apply, and maybe with a quick check, it can be just to unify the mentoring that already exists in English in other languages, and maybe some suggestion what to adopt if there is some area on the desktop with some priorities for the next release, something like, hey guys, let's take care about, I don't know, Thunderbird, or let's take this Unity, I don't know, maybe some manager can tell us something about it. And also feedbacks, what do you think? Is it a good idea, is it a bad idea?
I think it's how do you guys do, I mean, in terms of bug triaging, most of the bugs are in English. So how people deal with the language difference, or you try to triage especially bugs that are in Italian?
No, the idea is people who want to be part of this team should know decent English, at least written English, and so most of the work will be made in English, like we already do for the development and also for the bugs in English. But having a channel and a mailing list where you can ask clarification can speed up things. I mean, if you also if you tell your works in English, asking clarification in Italian, makes things easier. So also I don't know, now I should speak with the QA guys, Jean-Baptiste and Carlos. Maybe it would make sense to adopt the ISO testing tag. Maybe I don't know if how many people from Canonical are staffed on this activity.
No idea.
Well, it's technically, but
like you can adopt a package or well, triaging a particular bug. He was asking if there are people that are triaging especially ISO testing, ISO tracker tagged bugs.
ISO tracker tagged bug.
I don't know. I guess.
The defect analysts on the team have just recently been made responsible to look at the ISO tracker, like bugs that have been tagged ISO tracker, but it was like right at the end of the other cycle, so they haven't really done anything yet. But the idea is that, you know, if you're the desktop team defect analyst, then you will be responsible to keep an eye on the ISO tracker bugs that are that touch on the desktop team. But nobody's really quite sure what to do with the bugs that don't clearly fall on the desktop team or the server team, or that Kate's a little bit worried about some of those ISO tracker bugs that are falling through the cracks.
I think it's we have to make sure that we give the ISO tracker bugs the importance that they have. So some of them are important and they are tested during milestone testing. I don't see a problem on some of them falling through the cracks. I mean, there are some very valid bugs during milestone testing, but some others,
Some of them just aren't that critical.
not that critical with not being active. I think we cannot get through the path where we only take care of ISO tracker bugs and we give them too much importance and people start adding that tag because okay, I want
That's
to
where all the attention is going. So yeah, no,
the magic tag.
I mean, I can see. I know there's definitely interest in finding good ways to engage community members, and, you know, so during triaging. Do we got the community team member for QA yet?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, still hiring.
No, I didn't hear the question. Did you?
Sorry?
What you asked?
I was asking
so, okay.
As far as I know.
I know Jonah's team wants to add someone who's
Yes.
like doing QA, so I was just asking her if she
okay.
knew if we'd hired someone.
I think not yet.
So I was just trying to think, if you're interested in doing triaging, who we can get you in touch with. So I don't know who yet, but it's probably Jonah for now.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Any comments, question? Yes?
I'm talking as a Unity conductor. Sometimes when I'm making a new feature, something like that, after rolling a graphic, when I'm working with graphic stuff, I need the testing.
Okay.
So I can test a feature on all graphic cards. I can test, for example, I need a special kind of USB key. So it would be should be good if I can ask the community to test the feature that is not in the repository.
Okay. Is it where you do normally publish these changes before?
There is a branch on Launchpad.
Okay.
It's simple to build PPAs.
Yeah, okay. We should set up a sort of PPA, something like this, and maybe we can do test this kind of proposed packages. Yeah, let's write this in the path.
To answer Alison's question about who is maybe the person to ask at this point, I would say Pedro. In terms of trading, he's still running the back jumps and so.
Okay, so let's write something on testing. Let's write something on the ether part. Right. No. This one. Laptop. This one. Okay. Thank you. There is a question. Would the guy compile the stuff from his tracker? Yeah, unfortunately, everything is manually. What we have is that we ask, if you see the auto, where is it? Here it is. If you see the auto, I should have. No, I'll show you. Test. So what we do in Italian team, we ask people after the test to just insert a line in a table made like this, where people sign and put the link of the ISO tracker. This came from because the tracker doesn't save the history of a user. So if you see the test completati, it's mean test done, and this is the link. You can find all the link at the test performed, and so those numbers came from these tables. We manually count the number of test case performed, and we made it in OpenOffice. That's all. So yeah, having sort of per user statistic in the tracker may help, but I don't know how much how many times in the future we will continue using the tracker, if we are gonna change it. So.
As far as I've learned this week, I'm not so involved in these days, so, but I've heard that they have rewritten it, but it's going to be more or less the same, that they're going to rewrite the ISO tracker. So maybe now is the opportunity to ask for feature requirements.
Okay, who's in charge? Do you know?
Jean-Baptiste and Stéphane.
Okay, so let's write some this thing. All right. So some action item. Talk with Gilbert and Stefan Graber for a new ISO tracker, and so for Sergio, talk with Ara for the laptop testing and Ubuntu friendly boundaries. I'm reading well. Is that correct? Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
And what else? I think so we are done. Yeah. Speaking about with George about the idea of
not let it start.
yeah, the Unity proposal, I would call it. Sorry?
Not just Unity.
Ah, okay. And it's everywhere in the UA. Yeah. So how is your nick? Azzarone? No, Andy Rock. Andy Rock with George about UE. I would say, yeah, we propose testing. All right. Okay, I think we're done. Any question from internet? Ah, there is a question, Christopher. If you want to get going with local theme, is testing easy to start with? Yeah, in my experience, I've been involved in the Italian local theme since 2006. I participate in the foundation, many activities like the weekly newsletter, the marketing team, in some way also the development team, and I may say that starting and having up and running the testing team is the most easier thing I've done. So it's a well-defined task. It's a sort of very concrete task. So it's also very easy to find some of agreement. Other kind of things and in local themes tend to be more less concrete. So it's if you go in a advocacy manner, it's easy. It's difficult to find a large agreement because anybody has its own view. Testing it's a very pragmatical thing, and it's also if you start with not so complicated test case. People with knowledge but not so many time can be involved, and this is also a big contribution because you can have also people involved in the industry that maybe can be part of big activities, but it can be would like to be part of this testing team. So yes, in my experience. Testing, it's a good field where to start.
Can you subscribe me to the blueprints?
Sorry?
Can you subscribe me to the blueprints?
All right. Oh, the blueprint should be here.
We should also write more about it. I mean, after reviewing the data or something. Like the local context.
Excuse me, I can hear you because I have the
Sorry. I was saying we should also write more about it and call on the local leaders to that are their local members testing for each release or alpha or beta.
Yeah. We
Sort of competition also to have.
Yeah.
Testing doesn't have that many of tests run.
I wrote a blog about it, sent him in local contact mailing list. What I will need is some help because I don't want to be boring writing. Hey, let's do this, let's do that. So maybe if somebody can wrote up, I know maybe even you guys that attended today, you write up a blog post in the Planet. Hey, I heard about this thing. And they are doing. We're gonna try. Maybe this will make more buzz and raise the interest.
Is the Hall of Fame thing with the local teams still working?
I don't know. Let me see.
I don't know if that page is still.
Maybe we could also talk about with the local council of adding these statistics to the local directory.
To the local directory?
Yeah, local.ubuntu.com and have these stats in there. We will encourage people to get it.
Yeah, that more.
So it's if you go to the URL, it's how-of-fame.ubuntu.com. If I remember.
Fame.ubuntu.com.
No.
No, I think they shut it down. Yeah, I heard something. But yeah, sure. Please do drop me an email, and anytime I will be happy to help you guys. Martin, any other question? What do you mean with none from myself? You have a structure to build from and that's it.
No
Okay.
questions.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.